A very good evening, everybody. This is Gulf Harbour Radio, ZMH 286, Patricia and David. It's 5 o'clock, 0500 UTC. Time for our evening skid. Not that there's
5:15.
5:15. Oh, sorry, David's just reminded me it's 5:15. Yes, well, it just goes to show he's awake. I'm hoping that other people out there are awake too.
Was this a test?
No, it wasn't a test. I was obviously not fully awake myself. It's been one of those days here. We had started off glorious sunshine. Then as soon as the laundry was on the line, we got showers. And then we got cloud and wind. And now it's 20 degrees, 6 knots from the north-northeast. 1021.9 as the high moves away. Just we're on the left-hand side of it now. Thus the northerlies will get for a couple of days, which is nice and warm. So 100% cloud cover, of course. So we've got progress from Molly too, and Zen again is obviously probably getting their glad rags out to do all the check-in process tomorrow. Zen again, Gulf Harbour Radio.
This is Zen again, read you 3 by 3, how copy?
Oh, well actually you're not moving the needle, but it's perfectly clear, but not as strong as, well, the last 2 nights have not been all that strong, but very readable, Mike. So go ahead, over.
Very good. We're motoring at the moment. Low noise. Then again, position 2908. 15456 east. Tracking 2802 at 2.5 knots. Wind north-northwest at 10, gusting 15. Very sloppy sea state. Motor sailing. Bar is 1010. Over.
Yeah, that's interesting because I updated just the GFS, which of course I get with the with what I'm looking at here, and on the AIS. And yeah, it's got westerlies, so that's interesting. Northwest, I suppose that's good enough for government work, but you're certainly getting really close. In fact, all of a sudden you've disappeared off the AIS, which is rather strange. Anyway, Z again is 2908 15456 east, 280 true, 2.5 knots. The wind is 10. Gusting 15, northwest, sloppy seas 1010, and I'm puzzled as to why.
I've got 4 models that call off southwesters, west to southwest.
Yeah, David's got 4 models that he reckons are southwest.
See,
yeah,
that explains models.
So much for models when you get close to land. Doesn't handle it very well, does it? So there you go. Anyway, I've just pulled up the Zen again, and I'll just tell you 12 minutes ago, so I don't know why it disappeared. Anyway, I presume all is well and really looking forward tomorrow. Over.
Yeah, all on board. We've been motoring all day and most of last night. Became increasingly sloppy today, so yes, but we're getting there very slowly. Yes, the wind is meant to be west to northwest, but it's just not. So the backing is happening slower than anticipated.
Which
That's
cloud
all
cover?
on board.
Cloud cover?
Yeah, what is your cloud cover? Asked the boss.
Cloud cover is increasing. I'd say it's broken at the moment. Both with mid-level stratus over the top. Over.
Okay, yeah, he got half of that. There's been a bit of cutting in and out, so I think that's just internet.
Yeah, thanks for that, Mike. And I'm looking at the satellite image. It's about 4 minutes old, and it's reporting pretty similar to what you're saying. I'll tell you what, if you were to backtrack your course, you ought to see the thunderstorms that are there. It's quite interesting to look at the output of the satellite showing vividly the lightning flashes that are on the screen just to the south of you, where you are, and at Coffs itself. It looks well, there's no sign of any thunderstorms at all, nor any sign of precipitation. So you're making it in just at a good time, really good time. So far as the models not picking up your actuals, that's not surprising at all. Keep in mind these are global models, and they're really not designed to be giving any type of accuracy close to land, where we have all sorts of effects due to the orographics. So with that, good going, and we'll miss talking to you, and here's the chief.
Yeah, have a good landfall. I know it's going to be painfully slow inching your way to Southport there, but you must be pretty satisfied with the trip overall anyway, Mike. Back to you, over.
Yeah, so far so good. That lady hasn't sung yet, so we'll wait and see how we go. Regarding what David was saying, I would expect that those thunderstorms to the south are perhaps on the leading edge of the southerly buster that's coming up. Would you agree?
Would you agree about it being the southerly buster?
Yeah, that's right, Mike. And there's a number actually of, I guess you would call them pre-frontal troughs. There's a series of about 3 of them looking at the satellite imagery. But then below that, further south, I should say, it's windy, strong winds. So yes, it's a buster, and you're going to be in. That's good.
Back to you. Oh, it's always a problem when you don't say that.
Yep.
All right, so you've dodged that one, and yep, we hope you have a great. I presume you're just going to be wintering at home, over.
We're going to be on the Gold Coast for some time. We're going to be starting work back here. Over.
Oh my goodness gracious me, that 4-letter word. Well, you could have done it a lot easier, because there are flights from New Zealand to the Gold Coast starting in June. So there you go. If you miss us all, you'll be able to whip to and fro. All right, well, have a good night, you guys. Make the most of the last bit of cruising for a while, and it's been nice talking to you. We'll clear with Zen again. And yeah, nice good signal from Mike, so it's always good talking to a ham. Let's go to Molly 2, who's got a bit more wind and a bit better direction for their particular passage. Are you on frequency, over?
Roger, Gold Harbour, this is Molly 2, over.
Oh, a lot stronger than you were last night, so that's really good. David, go ahead, over.
Yeah, Roger, Molly 2 is just about at 30 south, trailing the field, but then we did start later. There was a nice catamaran that had mainsail problems that headed off to the east of our route, but we're continuing trade almost due north. So about 15 knots of wind, and we're still under full sail. Over.
But give a better report. That's good.
Yep, 15 knots. Is it directly east or a bit north of east, over?
Yes, that wind is a bit north of east. Over.
Yep, roger that. Well, I'll give you, in the
Northeast
absence of the report from you,
Yeah, what's the
I've got 20 minutes ago 3059 south and 17509 east, and the wind looks as if it's 15 knots from just a skosh north of east. How about the cloud cover and the sea conditions, over?
The cloud cover reduced to almost zero this morning. We're having a brilliant bluebird day. The sea state, we thought the swell, those waves are coming through every 6 seconds at about 3 meters, but they've flattened right down now in the evening. Oh,
I bet that's good for the evening meal. Okay, so they it was a blue morning at least, and the seas are quite close together, 6 seconds, 3 metres, but now they have dropped away. So I assume everyone is rather enjoying it at the moment. Over.
Yours truly is quite a deal healthier than I was this time yesterday. We had our first real meal just an hour ago. Over.
Yep, well, it's I tell you what, you're not alone. It always took me 3 days, and the first day was, sometimes what we call a 2-bag day, and then the next day it would be a 1-bag day, and then finally I would get my sea legs. It was always enough. I could always do the watch, but it was a very long face and not a very happy one that David looked at, and then after 3 days, particularly with the conditions you've got now, I was okay. I'll just pass the microphone. He's really quite fascinated with this low that the people in Minerva are dodging. It's just amazing how it's not really affecting them, although they might get a bit of wind with it. We'll find out shortly. But I'll just pass the microphone and see what he's got to add for your interest.
Well, you're in between all the action, David. Yeah, that looks pretty good. We'll get a wind shift by tomorrow. I'm looking at about lunchtime Friday and moving you along a little bit. It looks like southeast winds at that point, very light, maybe 10 to 15 knots, if that. So it'll be a good opportunity to change your course a little bit and head in the direction that you are wanting to go. Which, by the way, where are you going? Over.
David from Molly 2. I was going to comment first that I thought our barometer couldn't have dropped faster if I'd thrown it at the floor. We're now at 1019, having started at about 1035 a couple of days ago. We are heading north until we follow Bob McDevitt's advice to basically wind around to allow us to go east. We expect that might happen tomorrow evening. Over.
So where is he going?
Yes, but where are you going? Over.
Ultimate destination, Tonga,
Nuku'alofa.
Okay, Tonga, Nuku'alofa, and are you planning on stopping at Minerva? Over.
Yes, affirmative. We desire to stop at Minerva, hoping that the conditions are going to be right. At this stage, we are concerned we don't want to beat into a stiff easterly to get on the final leg to Nuku'alofa.
So, what does Bob tell you about your ETA weather? Over.
Predict wind suggests between 8 and 10 degrees, 10 days more for us. Over.
All right, and what day would that be, your ETA? What day would that be?
Minerva or Tonga is he talking about?
Yeah.
Roger, we don't want to arrive at Nuku'alofa during the weekend, but it looks as though we might be there on Friday-ish, Saturday. So yeah, aim for Nuku'alofa Monday morning if we can do that. Over.
Okay, Friday into Monday. Now, if you do go to Minerva, what will be your ETA to Minerva? Sorry, it's like I'm pulling teeth here, but trying to get the big picture so I could look at your weather a little bit better. So, if you had to give me a good guess on Minerva, what day might that be? Over.
Roger, we expect to reach Minerva next Monday or Tuesday. Over.
Okay.
All right, great. Thank you, David. And that sounds good. And from what I can see at the moment, looking at the Tuesday time frame, I would say that your conditions look pretty decent. I see southeast winds probably about 15 knots, so it'd be a nice ride into Minerva. there will be, or at least we're looking at, the potential for a trough to your north that runs northwest to southeast, but not at Minerva. Minerva looks clear on the 12th, Tuesday. But as usual, things change, so we'll keep a close eye for you, and we'll see how you go. Anyway, thanks for the info, David. Cheers.
Well, Roger, David. Molly too really appreciate that weather advice, and we're very much looking forward to being able to stop by Minerva, and looking forward to talking with you guys again tomorrow evening. So this is Molly too listening on.
Roger that, and we'll talk now to the folk at Minerva, so you'll be getting a daily update of what's ahead of you. I presume that catamaran you're talking about is the big one from Britain, Sunset O. It seems to be back on track now, quite close to you, but only 3 minutes ago, and your report was 27, so you should be able to still see it. Alright, let's see if we do have a report for you from Minerva. This is a Gulf Harbour Radio. Skylark, are you there to tell us what's been going on? Over. No? Is there anyone from Minerva that can give us a actual report? It would be useful, particularly for the boats that are coming that way. So if Skylark doesn't appear to be there, is there anybody else? So I'll just wait a minute and we'll see if Phil comes up, but I don't think so by the sound of it. Anybody else from Minerva? Well, we got a lot further away than Minerva, right up to the Solomons. Great to hear you. Very light copy, Barney. Ocean Fever, Gulf Harbour Radio.
Very light.
Okay, it's very light, and I'm just thinking that you might be on streaming to give us what you're after. Did you say that you are going to the Louisiades? Did you say you are going to the Louisiades in a week? Come back to me, over.
Roger. Good copy on you, though. Over.
Oh, you just come up too, and I've got a message from Andrew that you are listening in. Okay, well, David will have a look. It's sort of a bit, he can't do that off the top of his head because he hasn't looked in that area. But we'll be talking tomorrow about getting from the Western Province down to the Louisiades, and he'll have a good look for you, Barney. It certainly has been a good visit for you in the Solomons. It looks, apart from it, rather bad storm, all the rest of it is, it looks pretty beautiful, over. Yeah. No, it looks like Barney has, I've dropped off from Barney. But anyway, Barney, if you are listening, David will have a look at that passage. I think you said in about a week, going from the Western Province to Louisiades. So he can have a look at that one. Okay, is there anybody that can copy Ocean Fever? Please come back to me just to make sure I've got it right. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Barney, while you're talking here to Patricia, I've been taking a quick look. I'm looking at Friday the 15th, 1-5, Friday the 15th, and Louisiades show southeast winds. I would say maybe 15 knots, 1-5 knots, And you've got, of course, the usual trough that's sitting to the north. So probably where you would begin your trip, you'll have rain, showers, cloud, that sort of thing. But at the Louisiades, if you were there on the 15th, you would have nice clear skies, it looks like. And looking a little bit further, 18th, 19th, in that neighborhood, Louisiades look fairly clear, Barney, fairly clear. Winds still southeast, not bad, not bad. I suppose, though, you might be a little bit hard on the wind, but they're not strong. And what I just gave you is, of course, subject to change. So we'll talk to you later. Cheers.
Okay, Barney, good to talk to you, and we'll catch you in the mornings anyway. All right, is there anybody wanting a contact or signal report or whatever? Please come now. Okay, yeah, no, it is good, folks. I know a lot of you are on the rally and will be doing your reporting by email to Peter, but it is wonderful to be able to get on the radio and give conditions that are real, because otherwise you're all looking at models, and particularly for the boats that are behind you, it's a great service to hear what the conditions are ahead. So if you do have a single sideband or you are on streaming, that would be good. I just repeat the what I see on streaming for people, and it is quite helpful for everyone to get a bit of a clearer picture of what the seas are like, the cloud is like, and David of course appreciates it because he knows which models are performing better than others. Anyway, it looks like that's all for this evening, so have a good night, everybody. I know most of you are there for the weekend, and then we'll be looking at taking off next week. Cheers all, this is Gulf Harbour Radio Clear. Oops. I think there was somebody, a lady's voice in there. Could you try again, please? Yeah, I'm not copying you. I suspect you're just a bit close. But is there anybody listening that can give me a relay from that boat? I think it's a Canadian boat. I've got that bit, but if somebody can give me a relay, that would be good.
No help.
No, sorry, there's not any help there.
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think who it might be. It might be Pip on Savannah. No, that wouldn't be her. No, I'm not copying you, I'm afraid, so we'll have to just wait until conditions are a little bit better. I can hear people that I've got two options of receive. I have an antenna at the house here, but I also have an antenna, a remote antenna up near Cayo in the Bay of Islands. So that one is the one I generally use unless people are very close. So we'll try and work something out, and if all else fails, please give me an email, ghradio@extra.co.nz, and then we can work things out from there. All right, sorry I couldn't pick you up, and we will be back again tomorrow night at 0515 UTC. Cheers, everybody.